pretend like we're talking.
It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom. Who bringing the noise? Go, baby, we bringing up toys.
All right. Good afternoon and welcome to Weekends Miami Beach. Diego, that's the way to start a program.
Yes, that sounded great.
Right? My co-host Diego Cayola. Today we have Miami Beach's own architect to the stars, Ralph Choeff.
Yes.
Welcome, Ralph.
Wow. Great to have you, bud.
Thank you.
Thanks for
great
coming
to be
by.
Here. Great to be here. Thank you.
Ralph, every week, Diego and I, we feature local personalities, people that have really done something in the city, in
Yeah.
the 305, not just the city,
Yeah.
but primarily the 305.
That made Miami Beach what it is today.
Absolutely.
Pretty much, right?
And Ralph is definitely somebody that's made Miami Beach what it is today and South Florida what it is today. Definitely when it comes to the architecture, especially when it comes to homes, right?
Residential. We specialize in tropical, modern, high-end residences. Our clientele is the 1% of the 1%.
That's
Wow.
right. You
I
know,
mean-
Diego, this reminded me. You remember the show Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
Yeah.
And Robin
Yeah.
Leach.
Yeah.
I felt like, and here's Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous for only $90 billion. You
Yes.
can get-
I watched it religiously.
There you go.
It was your favorite show,
Well,
right?
Tropical Architect.
I always wanted to be one of the people that they were reporting on.
Oh, yeah.
So I envisioned myself doing that, yes.
Well,
Being on the
Tropical
show.
Architect, you're in the right city,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tropical
that's
modern,
incredible.
yes.
We need to bring that show back, Diego. Why don't we look into this?
Well, Robin Leach is dead.
Yeah,
I know.
already- yeah.
We need to bring it back.
That's a-
Here's the new Robin Leach.
That is a
You're
tough
just-
shoe to fill because he was
Yeah.
the one and only.
He was really
Yeah, and the guy has to be European. Has to be. You can't have an American doing that or a
No.
Spanish person doing that. Has to be a European voice.
Yep.
It has to be a European accent.
Yes.
All right. So, Ralph,
Yes.
today's program is brought to you by Spring 44 Vodka.
Yep.
It's one of our favorite sponsors. We're obviously partaking in today. Are you familiar with Spring 44 Vodka, Ralph?
I am not, but I am drinking it now, and it's fabulous. It's really, really good. It's
It
very
is.
smooth. It's it really, because you can get harsh vodka, and that's not really good.
No.
And
right.
this is very smooth. It's great.
This guy really knows, like, his vodka. He
Well,
knows
he's
what
drinking on the
talking about.
rocks. I mean, he's more manly than I am, for
That's
sure.
right.
Because
Because
at 5 o'clock,
we're
cheers,
mixing it
everyone.
with
5 o'clock on a
with,
Friday. Yeah. I started with the tropical drink. Well, it's hot
That's right.
outside, right?
It
I
is
mean,
hot
it-
outside, but we're indoor today.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
Anyways,
get to
Ralph,
that
let me tell you a
vodka.
little bit about Spring 44 Vodka. It's a boutique operation in Colorado.
Yes, sir.
Diego and I love Colorado.
Love
we
it.
go there and, pretty much burn up whatever we feel like.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Everything's
Do whatever
legal
we
over there.
want.
Beautiful
Yep.
mountains. Incredible place.
Exactly. And this is organic vodka made with the spring waters of the mountains of Colorado.
Yeah.
That's why it's so smooth.
Did you know that that's their moneymaker over there? They sell their water to Arizona, California. They have so much water
From
there.
Colorado.
Because of the
Of course.
melting snow. They need to get
Yeah.
rid of that water, and they pipe
And
it
they
all
sell it to
through.
the-
I
to
had no
California.
idea.
All right. Anyways, cheers, gentlemen. Ralph,
Cheers.
welcome.
Cheers.
Rob, thanks for
Cheers.
coming on the
Cheers.
show.
Cheers.
Great meeting you.
Yes. Likewise.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
So Ralph's a local. You just told me you got here, what,
Ralph-
78? 1978?
Yeah, I grew up in New York City in Brooklyn, and I got to Miami in 1978.
And-
Ralph was born in Cuba.
Nice.
Yeah, where were you born in? La
I was
Habana.
born in Old Havana. La
Old
Habana Vieja.
Havana.
Yes.
Have you been back, Ralph? Have you been back to Cuba?
I have not
You've
No,
not been
at
back
all?
to Cuba.
at all.
Oh, wow.
I have no desire.
I was there. I was there. It was really a family trip, not business, not pleasure. It was a family trip. But we were there and we stayed in Old Havana, and it was a real disaster. I
Yeah,
can tell you. Yeah,
it was.
They haven't figured out how to pick up the garbage more than once a month. So it piles up for 29 days, and then they come and pick it up. It's really.
Well, you stayed in the touristy part of it?
We
or no?
stayed in Old Havana in the touristy part.
Oh, wow.
So you walk 1 block away from this kind of cute hotel that they fixed up, and
Yeah, that's it.
there's garbage. Anyways.
Anyways.
Ralph is from Cuba. He grew up in Brooklyn. He went to Pratt Institute for Architecture.
did.
That's a big deal, right, Ralph?
It's a very big deal. I'm very proud I went to Pratt. And I got my Bachelor of Architecture there. And as soon as I got my Bachelor, 2 weeks later, I was in Miami,
He
Florida.
moved to Miami, Florida. You lived in San Souci up there, right?
I lived, for a short time. I lived in North Miami in San Souci.
Nice.
And
Next to Steve's Pizza. Sorry to cut you off.
near Steve's Pizza,
Yes.
yes, maybe a block or two away.
Oh, it's great. Lucky.
Yeah, best pizza in town.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we love it. Oh, the background music. Oh,
So,
Oh, yeah.
Ralph starts his own business in 1983, his own firm, architecture firm. 1983, you were a young guy. How old are you in 1983?
I was 27 years old.
So you were just a kid and you started your
Just a
own
kid.
architecture
Awesome.
firm.
Started my own
In the
architecture firm,
80s.
knowing nothing.
Amazing. Now, when do you move to Miami Beach?
I moved to Miami. Oh, wow. Well, when I first came down, I lived with my aunt and uncle in Miami Beach
Yes.
for about maybe a year, not even. And then I eventually moved back to Miami Beach in 1999
oh, nice.
when I bought a residence on North Jefferson and renovated it. It was an old mid-century residence. I renovated it and restored it, and it's a beautiful home. And I don't live there anymore. I live in South Beach now.
Right.
In a condo.
He's a resident of South Beach. So he knows Miami Beach as well as anybody. 1999?
Yeah.
Been here for a little bit?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. All right, so imagine, he's, I think coming from Pratt, you were probably really more of an artist, right?
Yes, as a matter of fact, every architecture school has their specialty and what they teach as their specialty. And Pratt was in my time, it was mid-century modern. I remember picking up all these architecture books. At the time, it was Architectural Record, and seeing all this mid-century modern architecture. It's like Mad Men, relived.
Yes.
And so that's what I've always wanted to practice, that type of architecture. And luckily, I've had my break that I could do it now.
You know what's amazing, Ralph? I don't know if you were here or you remember, but if you went through the old hotels of Miami Beach in the 80s, what people from were doing were they were coming down here scavenging, picking out all these beautiful mid-century modern artists furniture
Right.
and taking it back up to Soho and like making a killing up there. Because down here they were throwing literally throwing it
And back there, that was funky.
Well,
Yeah, but they knew what it
So-
was in New York.
Miami has grown up.
Yeah.
At that time, it was really a one-horse town, and people didn't know what they had in that
Yes.
stuff. And only many years later did they start incorporating that into the architecture, into the decor of these hotels and commercial buildings. But the people down here didn't really know what they were sitting on.
Yeah. They appreciate it,
I
yeah.
rode that horse when I was little, Diego, by the way. I
Oh.
rode that horse, the one horse that we had.
Oh, the
here.
one-
Yeah,
The
that's
one
it.
horse town.
Way
Yes.
down here.
So imagine, Ralph's moved down here from New York in 1983.
Well,
Imagine
78, right? You moved down here in 78?
78.
In 78, but in
78.
83 he opens up his firm. So
Yes.
imagine the culture shock of coming down here and finding very little culture. So at the beginning, Ralph's 27 years old, and I guess you're just like taking whatever job you can get, family and friends. You're building residential homes though, right?
Yeah, I built, but at that time, I also picked up, along the way, people had heard, so I picked up commercial clients. I did some condo buildings and some
So you just did whatever you could to
shopping centers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, new
Yeah.
business. You
To
grab
pay-
So,
everything you have.
so listen
yeah.
to this. In 1997, I guess right before he moved back to the beach, you get really your first big break when it comes to what it is you're up to right now, which is building ultra luxury, ultra modern residences.
Around
right?
then, there was a developer that gave me my big break, and he actually had me do my first modern residence in Miami. And he used to turn on the lights when it was finished as he was trying to sell the residence. And I used to go and admire the work that I had done.
Would- sure.
Are you? Would you like to share with us who the developer is?
Developer is Todd Glazer.
Todd Glazer.
Yeah, he's
okay. So
he's,
Todd Glazer gives him his first
Right.
break.
Yeah.
And so it's Todd's vision, and he comes to you and he says, "I want you to do this kind of a home for this particular client." Do you remember how much that house sold for?
I don't
or-
remember. I do remember it was quite a lot of money. Todd's a brilliant developer, and he knows his stuff. We don't work together anymore. It's been many years since we've worked together, but we've gone our own separate ways. but I can tell you that he's the
Now-
person that gave me my big break.
That home, where was it?
East Revo Alto Drive and the Venetian Causeway.
On the Venetian Causeway.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Back in those days, those homes when they first hit, they were really shocking. Now we're kind of used to them because every home that goes up is a new, modern, square home that maximizes square footage, maximizes height, maximizes space, maximizes living experiences.
Well, it was also very different because the hurricane code had not really been developed so great yet. So all the mullions we had for the windows were very thick, and we were only limited in size, and they had no sliders that opened wide, so we used French doors. Everything's changed. Technology changes architecture, and now we can do it right these days.
And now
Well,
this really is the home of the future, right?
Yeah, I mean, sea rise sea level rise is really what's triggering a lot of this. And,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're going to be under in 30 years.
well, I don't know about 30, but we have to prepare for it. So now we're
Oh, yeah.
doing
Yeah.
residences with understories, and we're starting the first floor about 10 feet above the grade level.
Crazy. I mean,
So,
the only way
yeah.
to stop that is by build walls all around the beach. How are you
Yeah,
know,
so
stop it?
for the people that see these very
Well-
tall, large homes going up, it's just a sign of the time. It's not because we want to do it.
Yeah.
It's because we're really forced
Yeah,
to do
you're
it.
thinking ahead of time.
Yeah.
You prefer the new, modern architecture or the old, beautiful Art Deco architecture?
I
What do you-
appreciate all architecture.
You see
Really,
the beauty in everything.
I see the beauty in everything.
Got it.
Just because I practice one thing and I specialize in
Yeah.
it doesn't mean I don't love something
Yeah,
else.
exactly.
So
Now,
I appreciate all
Are you able
styles.
to incorporate your mid-century modern background into what you do?
Everything we do is based on mid-century modern architecture. The thing with mid-century modern architecture is they were low, flat, lineal lines with thin members.
Yeah, and the
And we
shores.
don't do that anymore because people live differently. The
So true.
technology changes architecture, so the architecture has completely changed.
Do you guys do interior design?
We are not set up for it, but we do interior
Do you
design.
work with the interior designer?
We work directly with the interior
Do you
designer. We do
envision-
some of our own interiors, but mostly we work with interior
Do
designers.
you envision in these big, beautiful homes that you design, do you envision mid-century modern furniture?
Not all the time.
all the time.
You know what? You have to design to the client's taste, and not every client likes mid-century modern
Exactly.
Furniture. They may love the architecture,
right.
but not
They
exactly.
might want
the
everything
furniture.
white. Yeah.
Do you try and inspire the interior designer? Do you work together with them?
I think we have a
Or
pretty.
you're giving them a canvas and you're saying, now it's your turn?
We actually have a
much.
pretty big name here in the area, so we have a pretty big name here. So the interior designers that get involved with us have seen our work and know what they're getting
At this
involved with.
point, everybody knows.
Yeah,
what
you,
it
you
is.
know who to give the job to by then,
Right,
right?
yeah.
I mean, you
right.
know.
By the
who's-
way,
I don't give the job; it's the client that interviews
client,
them
there
and
you
gives
go.
the job.
Well, Ralph, what got you into it? I mean, as a kid, did you see a beautiful building and said, "Oh, this is what I
No.
want to do"? Were you love to draw?
No.
Did you envision? What made you get into become an
I
architect?
in my senior, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And
But
so
you know
I-
how to draw or no?
I'm not a great drawer, but I know how to draw. But
Okay.
I'm not great at it.
Yeah.
I know how to draft.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
But
that, yeah.
I could tell you that at my senior year in high school,
Uh-huh.
I had an art course, and I had an art teacher that really got me into it.
Nice.
And I did a painting, and that kind of got me into looking at architecture. I had a few friends in the design field in college that got me interested, and I really applied to all non-architectural schools, and I applied to Pratt very, very late. I don't know how I got accepted, but I got accepted. I was very lucky and fortunate, and I loved going there to college. It was
Well,
a
he's
great
being really
experience.
humble. It's not easy to get into Pratt. You really, that's not.
No,
that's-
it was
it's
a hard
very
school to get into.
Exclusive.
And you started when,
art
75
school.
there, 76?
74.
74.
Yeah, I did
All
a
right, so-
5-year program in 4 years.
So,
nice.
Ralph, you go after this home with Todd Glazer. Now, what's the next move? How do you? What's the breakout?
People see my work and they call me and they started wanting modern architecture from me. I still have a few scragglers that were in the Spanish. We call it bocatecture. They were horrible horrible homes, but I hated them. And
Go ahead and tell us how you
and
really
then,
feel.
And then one day, you know, we were getting a name, and we had a name already, kind of. And Todd, I was still working with him, brought over Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod.
Nice.
And A-Rod and I
A-Rod?
became, yeah.
You know who
Huge,
A-Rod is, right?
yeah.
Diego's from Argentina. He only watches soccer, but he knows who
No, I know
A-Rod is,
A-Rod.
right?
He's a,
Now wait,
he's a baseball
A-Rod's a
player.
local guy. He went to
He's married to
Westminster, right?
J-Lo.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
And-
Oh, he's the guy who was married to J-Lo.
Yeah, that
that's
one.
right.
Well, he was
Okay.
never married to
He
J-Lo.
played.
Oh, He had a good time with J-Lo for like 2-3
He also
years.
played baseball, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Anyways,
As a
A-Rod
hobby.
was, I believe, one of the highest paid baseball players of
At
all
one
time.
time, he was the highest paid.
Now
at
he's
one time.
investing in business.
So A-Rod calls you up and says, "Hey man, will you build a
Well,
house for
actually,
me?"
Todd Glazer
Todd
brought,
Glazer.
at the time
Uh-oh.
I was still with Todd, he brought over A-Rod, and we started working together. A-Rod and I became friends.
Nice guy?
After that, he's a very nice guy.
Seems
he's
like
a
it, yeah.
smart. He's smarter than you think.
No, he's a
great
smart businessman. I see him on Shark Tank all the time.
He's
Yeah,
a great
on Shark Tank.
businessman. He's smarter than you think. He has his hand in all these business ventures everywhere.
Yep.
So yeah, and then we did his house. It got recognition, but when he sold it and made a big profit, we did his second house, which he now lives in Ponce Davis. That house made the cover of Architectural Digest.
Oh, that's great. Congrats.
And that really propelled us into the stratosphere.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
So
be on that
Ralph-
cover.
And we've done a lot of work for celebrities, professional athletes, and large CEOs. large
Ralph
business
is the
CEOs.
architect to the stars. I mean, if you're anybody today and you want, you know, this type of modern luxury architecture, you guys are the firm.
Yeah.
Now, you, Fishman, Levy, you guys have been together for how long? It sounds like a band, right? Like a
Yeah,
like
well,
a badass
I'm
rock,
in it- I'm in it
Jewish
since-
rock band.
Yeah, I got the Jewish rock bands. You know, so actually, I'm with Levy and Fishman now for about 15 years,
Okay.
plus or minus. And then before that, I was on my own.
I don't know them. These guys are obviously they're
They're very talented.
Oh, local
all
guys, yeah?
talented, creative,
All,
visionaries.
they're local guys, all local guys. Levy went to Columbia for college, and
Great school.
And what do you call it? Paul Fishman got his master's at University of Miami.
Nice. They're you.
They
All right,
you.
local guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So after now, these guys are at this point hired to design homes, literally all over the world, right? You work with local contractors, local.
When we work in Miami, we do everything.
Right.
But when we do work abroad or in another state, we hire firms to be our AOR, which is Architect of Record. And that firm, we give them enough information in our design, they can take over the construction drawings.
get it
do
done
for them.
locally.
And they collaborate with us, and they hire their own local engineer.
Right.
Yeah, and you guys don't
All right,
deal with the
Ralph,
permit, none of that
no.
stuff.
what are your
Good.
what are your two favorite homes that you've designed?
They're all my
What are they?
favorite, man. They're all my children.
They're all your kids.
Oh,
But
yeah,
what
I
are the
know.
two
They're all
my
coolest,
children.
biggest, the ones that they said spare no expense?
Well,
What
I
are
can
the-
tell you that David Beckham
There you
just
go.
bought one of the homes we designed for $72.5 million.
My
Okay, that's a good
goodness.
number.
And we
Oh,
are
my
very proud. It
God.
was a collaborative effort of the three partners on the design, and we're very proud of that. And I will tell you that even though it's now a little bit aged, Alex Rodriguez's house in Ponce Davis at the time when we did it, because now we can actually do it with thinner members. Technology has changed, but his house is spectacular. It's a
Amazing.
one-story house that belongs in Malibu or Beverly Hills.
I can't believe Beckham, 72 million. My
72
goodness.
and a half
Inter Miami
million.
taking good
I think
care
that's
of him.
Spice Girl money. I'm not sure. What do you think?
No,
No?
It's Beckham money.
It's Beckham money?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Spice Girl money. We're not in the 90s. That's
You
Beckham.
don't-
That's Inter Miami soccer money there.
Those girls made a lot of cash, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure,
You
but
were
there
too
was
young to
5 hands
remember.
to split that with besides the managers, so they didn't make that money.
You think?
Yes.
You know that
Those are the 90s.
Ralph, I don't know if you know this, but Grant is not only our producer for the show, but he's also the manager here at the cafe. But he also does some real estate, right, Grant?
Yeah. He's in the real estate industry, right?
What do we
Yeah,
What do we
2
got to
years.
do to get
2 years done.
Beckham into a $72 million house?
Pray.
What do we got?
Praise
What do we
bag
got?
is
What
a
do we
lot.
have to do to have you to sell it?
Are we going to
Oh,
retire?
yeah, yeah,
commission.
sell it. Well, imagine
what did-
that.
That would be nice. That would
What,
be.
what was the
I'd be
commission
retired.
on that house, Grant?
On the
Let's do the math.
$72 million house.
Yeah.
$5 million?
I would have to
More
say
than
it was
that, I'd
be
say.
5%
He's got
of
the
the
calculator
sale
out.
for the
3
total
million?
sales. So,
Wow.
you know.
That's incredible.
No, that sounds like 35 million.
That's why a lot of lawyers become
3.6.
realtors.
3.6 mil.
They see the,
Nice.
the big money in the real estate. A lot
I don't
of
know.
lawyers.
You make one of those sales guys, we don't have to work for a while.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, now you
Close
know.
down the cafe.
Yeah, I know. Now you know, Ralph. There you go. You got hooked up.
The architects make the least amount in the entire deal.
Deal.
The realtors make the most, the contractors make second most, and the interior designers may make third most, and then the architect makes the
I'm in
least.
the right business.
Yeah, you're.
But we don't come cheap, but we do good work.
At this point, obviously, you charge whatever you have to charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Everyone
many
has a
people?
price.
How many people you got working there?
We have a 20-man firm. We
So
have 3 partners and 17 others.
So at this point, you go out, deal with a client, with a customer. You come up with the ideas, and you have people do all the heavy lifting.
Each partner does design work. Where I'm proud to say that there are architects that have grown to a point where they only do business, and they're just the business of the firm, and they have no involvement or very little involvement with the design.
Yep.
I went to architecture school for a reason, and the reason I don't grow bigger is because we do the design.
Yeah, yeah.
Every partner does their own designs, and we all collaborate
Yeah.
together.
Everyone wants to bring something to the table.
Everybody,
Yep.
and so we're very proud of that.
Nice.
So yeah,
All in-house.
Yeah, it's we get the business, but we also are do the design.
Where's
do
your
the work.
office? Are you
They put
guys?
the love.
Where's your office?
We're in
at?
Winwood.
Nice.
We're in Winwood.
Everyone, shocker. Everyone's going
Oh
over
yeah,
there.
we have a
How about
beautiful.
Craig Robbins? You do anything with Craig Robbins? or no?
I do not. I know Craig
Yes.
and his wife Jackie. I've known her forever. No, I don't do work with Craig Robbins.
I knew Craig since I was 15. When he was on 5th Street off Washington, I used to date his secretary when I was in high school.
Oh.
So every time I see him now, and I'm still great friends with
You
him.
want to talk about a visionary, Craig Robbins?
Yes,
I mean, right there.
I
The
mean-
design district is insane. It's just a fantastic vision that came to life, and it's fabulous.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he's
he's very
set.
smart man.
Yes.
Diego, I don't know if you know this, but these guys have just been. You completed the project, right? The one in Melanopan.
Manalapan.
Manalapan.
Manalapan. We actually Paul Fishman from the firm designed the project.
What's that? A building or what is
No,
that?
it's a
No.
50,000 square foot residence that's going for the highest price of any residential
Oh, it's a private home.
private home in the United States.
Where-
And it's a for sale product, and they're trying, I guess, to sell it. So we'll see.
Where's it at?
Manalapan, which
Manalapan
is just
is
south of Palm Beach.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
little
I've
island. very
never
s-
heard of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was close to Alapad or
you're-
something here, Melanopad. Never heard of it.
Manalapan.
Wow.
Manalapan, Diego, you and I are not allowed there.
What is it, $100
You've
million
never heard
a
of it,
house
and
has
they
to be?
Don't want you to
Oh,
know.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you have many well-known people there. What's the gentleman's name from Oracle? Has the
Oh,
most
that
property
guy.
there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
It's where the lifestyles of the billionaires
that's
literally,
where
and
Trump
we're
is
looking
at,
to
no?
get.
Is that
We're
Mar-a-Lago
looking to
there, or
get
They're north
about
Palm
North.
Beach.
yeah. Trump's in Palm Beach, in Mar-a-Lago, which is all, by the way, a very impressive property.
Before we
Ralph,
keep
have
on,
been
can you
there?
put some ice in here, Bernie?
Yes, of
Pass me
course.
the bottle of vodka. You
So-
want round two, Ralph?
I'm good.
You
Ralph,
good?
they're looking-
Can you pass
they're
me the
looking-
vodka, Ralph?
Of course.
Thank you, man.
Ralph, they're looking to get what, about 275?
285 million.
285
Oh my God! I said
million.
100 million.
Now,
oh my God.
now are we? This is like for what, some kind of Arab sheik or?
No, it's actually a for sale product to
Arab
for
chic.
the person that can afford it.
For anyone, I don't care who buys
I
the
don't
house.
care. I don't care. I know I can't afford it, but
Yeah.
there's people out there that can, and it's a house that's worth the price. It's
Definitely.
beautiful.
Definitely. That's
So,
incredible.
I don't know if you know this, but Ralph is a big foodie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Local
right?
spots? You hit a lot of local spots?
I do. I would say I'm a big steak guy.
Oh, so Smith and Waleski, we just had dinner.
Well, Prime 112 is my favorite.
Oh, Prime 112 is great.
Prime 112.
Yes.
And
That's
all-
Diego's favorite spot too. Why you got to
Prime
bring
112
up
is
the competition?
great too. Yeah,
Great.
yeah,
And
He loves Prime
Maple
112.
and Ash just opened in downtown. They're pretty good too.
Maple
but
and
Prime
Ash.
112 is, in my opinion, the best.
Yeah. No Smith and Walensky?
No, they're very good too.
Yeah.
But you know, you have a favorite, and that's my favorite.
Yeah.
is
We
Prime
had
112.
lunch with
He's-
the owner of Smith and Walensky last
He
week.
shows up. He's friends with Miles. Miles is always there.
Yeah.
Who's
He
Miles?
get-
Oh, the
Miles is
owner?
the
Miles
owner of
Chaffetz
Prime
owns it, yeah.
112.
Oh, there you go.
Miles-
He
a good
also
guy.
So you go there and you see all your basketball player buddies and all your clients there too, right?
Yeah.
There
yeah,
you go.
Yeah. I've been there with a few people of name.
Oh, nice.
I don't really say it.
Is-
We have also NDAs, non-disclosures. so
Yes.
I
Of course, you
I
can't talk
say-
about a lot of
this.
I can't talk
Yeah.
about a lot
Ralph,
of it.
if there's one thing that you see like for the future of homes, you know, are they going to be greener? Are they going to be embedded in AI? Are they going to be smart homes? What is the future
All
of
of
home?
that.
Obviously, they're going to be higher up.
Well, sustainability is really the key. Sustainability is what's going to keep us going in this world.
Yes.
Uh,
So
and-
now,
and sea
when you
level rise
say
plays a
that,
big part in
it
it,
also
too.
strikes me like people are going to start building their own electricity if they need it, their own bomb shelters, their own all these things that are
Solar energy.
I mean, if you're buying a house for $285 million, I want a bomb shelter.
Well-
I want if the electricity goes out, all the
Unfortunately-
generators kick up. I mean,
Unfortunately, all the lobbyists that lobbied against solar energy,
Yes,
like the
recently.
gas and the electric and whatever, has not allowed solar energy to develop like
Yeah.
it should have.
That's tough.
So where at this time we should really be self-sufficient on solar energy, we are not.
Not
As a
even
matter
close.
of fact, not even close.
Yeah.
So
so you can't run a house on solar
Oh,
energy.
hell no.
You
Maybe
can't
the
design that.
refrigerator.
Just the refrigerator. Yeah. Now,
I know.
now
The
you
garage
don't-
lights, that's it.
You don't think we spent enough money on research? I mean, they spent a lot of money on research. There was a lot of solar panels companies that went out of business.
Well, the problem is that it's not. They didn't spend enough money on research. Is just one of the things. It's many things that they didn't spend money on, and the lobbyists for all these other trades,
Well, for FP&L,
right, especially FPNL, did not allow this to progress.
To advance, yeah. Well, the new administration just cut a lot of the budget for.
Don't get me started.
Okay, let's not get into it.
Ralph, I don't know if you know this, but
Okay.
this is a political show. We don't talk about politics.
That's why I
here.
said don't get me started.
Exactly. We don't want to
Good.
get Ralph
Talk about
started.
we saw the Mondrian and the Angler on your portfolio.
Yeah,
resume?
we designed the Mondrian, and Marcel Wanders did all the interiors
Nice.
for it.
The
and-
rehab,
The rehab.
Yeah.
We took the old
Mirador.
Mirador and just ripped it apart to its shell, to its
Yeah.
skeleton. Then we worked with a couple of architects to do the anglers.
The Angler's great. Yeah, that
Yeah.
rooftop. We had an
He
event
loves the
up there.
Anglers.
It's great.
But they've added since we've done work.
Yeah.
So I'm not the architect.
Yeah, there's a couple of little cabanas downstairs, a couple of things, but it's a great little layout. The
Yeah, it's a
rooftop's
nice, it's a
incredible.
nice little place.
Great spot. Right
Yeah.
across the street from Grutman's hotel. Strawberry, what's it called? The Grutman's Hotel? David Grutman's Hotel?
Oh my God!
The
Strawberry Moon.
Huh?
Strawberry Moon.
Strawberry Moon. There you
I
go.
never even heard of it.
Then you, it's right there at 6 in Washington. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So, Ralph, everybody is dying to know, especially since you live on South Beach. We ask it every week, Diego,
Yes.
and we need to know what Ralph thinks about it. Ralph, what's the best place to have a burger here in Miami Beach?
Oh my goodness!
Come on, Ralph. I gotta get the Jeopardy music when I
yeah.
ask these
My
questions.
God, I'm not a big burger.
Do they have a good burger at Prime 112, Ralph?
I'm pretty
Okay,
sh-
Prime 112
There
sure
you
has
go.
the best everything.
Exactly.
Any kind of time when it comes to
Anything
meat,
has
it's
to do
Prime
with
112.
steak.
But
By
if
the
you're
way.
looking at a burger place, just a burger?
Yes, burger place.
Oh my God, I couldn't answer that question. I don't,
Okay,
I don't
the
even
answer
know.
is right on 5th and Washington, Burgermeister, our friend
Burgermeister?
Alexander.
Okay,
Yes.
I
Great
must,
spot.
I'll try
Alex,
it.
you gotta
It's within
check it
walking
out.
distance.
It's on
Ralph.
5th and Washington. His name is Alex. He's a good guy. That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Now, I know you
I like
lived up-
smash burgers.
Smash
Smash
burger?
burger. Yeah. I mean, they're too thin. I like a thick
No,
burger.
I know you lived up there by Steve's. Do you have a favorite pizza down here in South Beach?
Lucali.
Lucali's great.
Lucali's the
Good
best.
choice.
I
Yes.
love their wings. I love their
Yes.
pizza.
Good product.
So if you're asking that, and a close second would be Spree's, because I
Spree's
like
is
the
good.
thin crust.
Yeah.
Lincoln Road?
Yeah, because I like their thin crust.
Yes.
Steve's, of course.
Steve's is
like forever. and
That's in our blood.
That's
in our
Diego's
blood,
choice.
Oh, it's
absolutely.
great. I live in the shore, so Steve is
Yeah,
the go-to
Steve's
spot there.
is incredible.
The walls here is great because
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
like written everything.
So we go
everything's
second
shit.
best with Lucali here.
And Lucali.
Yeah, I live on
second
South
best.
Beach, so.
Good. There you go.
All right, so what do you got? Anything like major planned for the summer?
I am.
You stay here or you take off?
I usually stay here, but this is the first real true vacation I'm taking in maybe 20 years.
God
Nice.
bless.
Where are you
I'm-
going?
and
You
I'm going to
deserve
go-
it.
yeah, thank you. I'm going
Wow.
to Saint-Tropez and John Cap in
Wow.
the south of France for a couple of weeks of
Weeks?
relaxation.
Yes.
Yep, I'm going to relax and
Now-
have a good time.
Diego's also going away for a couple of weeks. He's celebrating his 50th birthday.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Abroad.
Leaving to Italy in 2 days.
Yeah.
To be fun. Milan, Tuscany,
He looks older than
Florence,
50, doesn't he?
Rome. Yeah,
What are you
well,
gonna
He
say?
fuck
looks so
you.
much older than me.
I know, me too.
I'm a lot older than him.
Me too. I don't
So
know.
yeah, going to
But he's-
Italy.
he's
Looking
gonna be
forward
50.
to it. Never been to Europe, so it's
Yeah.
good. I know you guys
He's
been. So I'm
taking
gonna
the
get
kids
some
to
some
Europe,
places to hit up there. Yeah, really excited.
Yeah, Diego's taking some. The whole family.
The whole family. I'm married with 5 kids, taking 4 of
Yeah.
them.
Diego
and
has
just-
5 children with 3 different women.
yeah,
Yeah.
the 90s. That's
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
The 90s.
The 90s and tequila.
That's pretty good, man. You get around.
All right, so
It's good times. Good times.
Where are you dining this weekend? Give us a good one.
I don't know. I have no weekend plans.
you've got no date planned
funny
or
enough,
Okay.
funny enough, you asked me what my favorite place. I said Prime 112. I was there last weekend, and I hadn't been there in a couple of months. This weekend, you know what? I played by ear. When
Go-
I have no
Hear
plans,
you.
I have no.
Let me ask you.
Maybe go to Maple and Ash.
Have you ever been to Cafe Bernie?
No, but I'm definitely.
There you go. We got a
I'm
spot at Cafe
definitely-
Bernie.
I'm definitely going to come to Cafe Bernie. There's no
Best-
doubt about it.
Best fish tacos.
I
Incredible
love fish
tacos.
tacos. I
Bernie's
love
a
Best
good
avocado salad.
Oh my God! Everything
tuna
I love.
tartare. Yeah, I mean, incredible and fresh. Yeah, not just because the owner's
Exactly.
sitting here, but incredible.
No, I'm gonna be
Incredible.
definitely visiting this place
Yes,
often.
it's great.
Now, have you heard about Sonny's in Miami? Everybody's
I
talking
heard
about
it's great. It's
We got
by
to
my
go,
it's a
Ralph.
few
Let's
blocks
do
from my
this.
old office. And
I know.
I'm dying to go. You talk about the best steak. Maybe Sonny's has it. I don't know.
I'm going to call you. We're going to go Howard, you,
Oh, my
Diego.
God.
We're going
Yeah.
to go over there
I
and
would
take over.
love to.
As
I
soon
I
as
would
heard
I
it's
get back
tough to
from
get
Italy,
a
I'm there.
reservation there. though.
Yeah, I don't know anybody at Sonny's, but I know some people, and you know
We'll make
some
some phone
people.
calls.
We'll
Sorry,
make some phone
sure.
calls. We can arrange it.
We
Excellent.
have money. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, but a lot of people in Miami have money.
Yes, but sometimes favors cost too much. So we'll go in there as paying customers the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Our own superstar, Miami Beach architect to the stars.
Yes.
Right? Ralph Choeff. Thank
Yes.
you so much for
Ralph,
joining
thank
us
you so much for
today.
being on the show.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We
Thank you.
normally.
Yes.
And,
Cheers.
yep, cheers.
Thank you guys
All
for
right,
watching.
good show,
you guys have
right,
a great
Grant?
weekend, right?
Pretty good show, right?
Grant, we're all set?
All right. We're going to be out for 2 weeks, right, Diego?
2 weeks. We're taking
Diego's
a
going to
little
be in Italy
vacation.
for 2 weeks, so we're going to take a little vacation.
We're taking a
but we'll
break. We'll be back with some good guests.
At the end of July.
July.
Yeah. All right. Cheers.
Thank you guys.
End of July. Peace.